through the night, why we chose a flag colored in freedom, for now we would be kings in this our kingdom. But our first head of state was Igbo, and the next, though a soldier, also Igbo. Then Angas ruled, followed by Hausa, and then came the turn of Yoruba. Then Hausa came back for a term cut short, when power was taken by an Hausa gunshot. Then Gwari claimed his turn to rule, but a mandate stolen was his downfall. Then Kanuri came, and it's quite probable that he'll still be ruling if not for that apple. Then Yoruba returned, not once, but twice. Then Hausa returned, but died in peace. Then they left us a while to worry and wonder. When it was over, Ijo had power, and after him came that titanic shift. And now we can see that Hausa is back, leaving me with this troublesome thought: where in all this is my own president? For where I was born is not where I'm from, and where I'm from is not my home. So when the tribes gather, I often wonder, who will I fight when you're both my brothers? Nobody asked when we were children, before we play, are you a Muslim? We shared a space that nobody claimed, but now you ask me to choose a side. When we were students, nobody asked if North and South could share a desk, if East and West could study together, but now you tell me that I'm a stranger. Stranger, yes, to these ways of thinking that tribe is everything. The Niger and Benue, they meet in my hand. I'm not an indigene, but this is my land. And this is my language, I speak nothing else. My home is here, I know nothing else. My tribe is my nation, I am nothing else, and this is my country, I have nowhere else. And so though people are quick to assure me, to tell me this country I live in is free, deep in my heart I know that freedom, my freedom, is yet to come, when no one will question my origin, when no one will call me a non-indigent, when no one will kill me because of my faith, when no one will cheat me because of my state, when my state will be wherever I live and will change whenever I choose to move, the day I find not a Nigerian president, but that a Nigerian is finally president. And so, while the flag of ethnicity still flutters over this land of two shining rivers, and the tribes take their turn to misgovern my country, I look to the future, for I'm not yet free.
This is The Voice Note on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
We are our own enemies. We are the deadly virus infecting one another. I read an article that talks about a man said, I got the opportunity to meet 6 rich Ghanaian men, and I asked them this question: why are they not building factories for the youth of this country to get a job to do? These 6 rich businessmen burst into laughter as if I have said something funny. Then one said, the people shouting, no food, no jobs, are all thieves. The writer said, I said, really? I was shocked. And the man then went on, he said, I run a manufacturing business and trading business. He said, the biggest challenge in my manufacturing business is not electricity. It is not infrastructure. The biggest challenge is getting honest staff. Everyone we hire appears to be on a mission to steal as much as possible. They will inflate invoices, recording less than the actual number of units produced. The worst part of it all is that all the fraud we have uncovered is not done by a single person. It is usually many staff who collude with each other, from the production line to sales to finance and even to top management. I used to criticize indigenous African companies like Dangote Group that hire so many Indians when there are many unemployed Africans. But now I understand their painful decisions. He said Dangote can open a shop and businesses in every African country in this world. But the problem is that they can't find good people and honest people to manage. He says start a small poultry farm and they will steal the eggs. He said if they don't steal the eggs, they will intentionally kill the chicken and the fowls, and then they will ask you if they can take it home. Start an entertainment center or a game center, and then the money will go into the pockets of the workers. Buy a car and let somebody run it as a taxi, and then they will finish you. Start a restaurant and the people will take half of the foodstuffs into their house for food. He said even the small business shop, the small kiosk in town would find, people will still find a way to steal from the shop owners. The Indians are not Christians, but most companies in Africa have trusted them because they can run their companies very well. 70% of the population are Christians here in Ghana. 17% or 16% are Muslim. You put that together, over 92% of the people in Ghana are religious. So you ask yourself the question, what is the use of going to church? What is the use of their being religious? And yet Hindus who are not Christians are more straightforward and honest to sustain a business than the people who come to church on a Sunday. We are our own enemies. We are the Judases, betraying one another. We are our own enemies. Okuku seku.
All right, unfortunately, our guest isn't here yet. We're expecting the Deputy General Manager of the Federal Mortgage Bank, Mr. Simeon Agada, to join us on the show, but we've just got word that he can't join us just yet. So what we're going to do is remind you of what we've talked about in the past, right? When we had other experts join us on this show to discuss what the Federal Mortgage Bank is all about.
Can you hear me now?
Clearly,
fantastic. Now, for those who did not tune in last week, 2 weeks ago, I want us to do a recap for them, right? So my first question is what the NHF is, how it works, who is eligible, etc., etc. So just give us like a crash course in like 3 minutes.
Okay. Good evening, Nigeria. Good evening, Lagos. The National Housing Fund basically is to help Nigerians secure a housing loan to be able to, as one of the government's, measures to help Nigerians secure a home. And the maximum amount of money that can be given is 15 million.